very exciting things at PayPal. I have one of the best jobs in the world. I'm very excited about it. And I'm here to talk to you about hopefully something that will get you a little bit more excited this morning. Money. And where is it headed? And what our views are at PayPal. You know, the first thing I want to talk about is one of the earliest platforms, or that concept of platform. The term electricity. You know, electricity was coined in the 1600s. And for 300 years, it didn't actually find any practical application. It wasn't until the 1900s that the first killer app, if you will, the first use case of electricity came about, which was lighting. Lighting people's homes. And for almost 30 years, that was synonymous with electricity. People knew electricity as only lighting. And it wasn't until 30 years later, a guy named Louis Goldenberg plugged the electric washing machine into the light socket. Because there was no light, there was no electricity socket back then. That the second broadly adopted killer app or use case of electricity came about. And this made electricity a platform. And if you fast forward to today, electricity has made its way into almost every part of our lives. We can't imagine life without electricity. Whether it's your TVs, your cars, your laptops, your mobile phones, and in this case, the pacemaker. I actually didn't know this was the pacemaker. Pacemaker, saving people's lives. And for that broad, ubiquitous adoption of electricity to happen, several major paradigm shifts had to occur to bring about that ubiquity and scale. The electric light socket, if you fast forward to generation of nuclear power for electricity, and even solar today, we're still dealing with this problem, and these paradigm shifts are still occurring. And we want to apply the same thinking to payments. And in fact, over the last 5,000 years, there's only been 4 major shifts, paradigm shifts, in how payments have evolved. From barter to coins, coins made it easy to have a common currency and trade between villages. From coins to paper. Paper allowed us to cross long distances, whether it was money paper or checks, long distances. And even more recently, paper to plastic, among other things allowing us to spend money we don't have. But the next paradigm shift is still ahead of us. With each of these paradigm shifts, I mentioned there was a revolution in how people paid and commerce, the revolution in commerce itself. It enabled commerce to grow globally to where it's at today. Digital will be the biggest of them all. And it's still a little bit ahead of us. And you already see some steps, some innovative steps to bring it about, but it's not here yet. You see virtual currency allowing us to solve for things like micropayments online, or even allowing you to trade across long distances when the formal currency has regulatory problems, to solve for that friction. Or actually, to take the virtual currency a step further, minutes are being used around the globe as currency. In Kenya, I was visiting Kenya the other day, or the other week, about three or 4 weeks ago. The taxi cab wasn't only taking minutes, that's how it started in Kenya, but now you can put money on your mobile phone. And in fact, some people are saying, you know, the future here is that mobile phone is your wallet. At PayPal, we're looking at it a little bit differently. We want to bring about that next major paradigm shift in a broadly adopted way. We think over the next decade, all money will move digitally. And working with developers or partners, we're going to make that happen. But we don't think it was those steps like virtual currencies or the wallet being your phone. We think it happens as the wallet lives in the cloud. The wallet lives in the cloud. It's available to any internet-connected device. And it doesn't only have your cash or your payment method of choice, your credit card or your bank account. like identity or membership cards, coupons, like this one I found on Google, or receipts. I'm building here, sorry guys. So, membership cards, coupons, and receipts. I was wondering why nobody laughed at my joke. It was the only coupon I found on Google. And we want the mobile phone to be the primary way that you access that wallet in the cloud, but it truly lives in the cloud. It's available from any device connected to the internet, and today that's about 6 billion and counting. 6 billion devices are connected to the internet and counting. And that device will either be a PC like it is today, or a mobile phone, cash register, or sometimes a device directly as a server. And it'll enable commerce in ways that we haven't seen before. We think it's going to change the foundation of commerce itself and enable transactions to happen in a bigger way. As an example, one of the things that we've noticed in our numbers, that close to 30% of our transactions at PayPal, because of the nature of our global payment system, where you can send money to any email address, almost 30% of our transactions are between sender and recipient in completely different countries. And as a result, last year, we opened up our payment platform to third-party developers. We don't have all the answers, and we can't do something this fast alone, bringing about that next paradigm shift to digital payments. We think that's only possible by working with developers and partners. And so we opened up our platform last year. We really didn't know what to expect. Was it going to resonate? Were people going to get excited? Will they get it? And in fact, we showed a few use cases of what we could enable that wasn't possible before, whether it was commerce on TV or even within your refrigerator. And they responded in a pretty big way. And as a result, it's enabled us to move even further. Why is this important? Why is the wallet in the cloud important? Because as you can see, e-commerce is only 4% of a consumer spend as a total. Only 4%. And our customers are telling us they want to use our wallet in the cloud paradigm, the ability to access their funding methods wherever they are. They want to be able to do that everywhere, not just on websites. And the opportunity for developers is a much bigger pie. It's a much bigger pie. Because even on the 4%, today, where most of this digital money is happening is in virtual and digital goods, which is even a smaller percentage of e-commerce. But in fact, over time, it could be this whole pie, as I mentioned, over the next decade. And so, since our launch of our developer platform last November, we've already seen some amazing things from our developers. This is an example of Uyala working with ABC to do payments for single shows. Or the World Food Program, the UN World Food Program, reinventing how they collect money for hungry kids. Or even Park Now, a developer that's trying to make it a lot easier to pay for parking without having to look for coins at every store nearby. We think this is just the beginning. And again, the opportunity is gigantic. And so we have our next developer conference this October, the 26th and 27th. You guys are all invited to be there. We're excited to continue along the path of this digital revolution. And thank you very much.